Hello, welcome to my weekly champion design series, where I take a champion concept and design a kit for them in League of Legends. I'm going to be explaining a champion concept I've designed, their abilities, and their overall playstyle. Allow me to introduce Seismos, the Seismic Wave. Seismos is a giant, extremely magical water elemental created by the Ixaocan. This giant water elemental has one goal: keep intruders away. It takes the appearance of a 10-meter tall wave-looking thing with spiraling, splashing arms and an eerie runic glow similar to what you would see on Qiyana's weapon. This champion is designed to be a juggernaut with extremely high tenacity that can slowly run you down. Now, we'll go into its abilities. Seismos' passive is Stream. Whenever an enemy casts a spell near Seismos, it heals Seismos for a very small percent of its maximum health. Seismos' Q is Riptide. After charging up the ability, Seismos splashes a wave in an arc, dealing magic damage and slowing enemies. This ability has a large area of effect and a large cast time as well. Seismos can move while channeling the ability, and the duration channeled increases the area of effect, slow, and damage. Seismos' W is Whirlpool. For 2 seconds, Seismos summons a whirlpool surrounding it. While this whirlpool is active, Seismos deals a very low amount of magic damage per second and gains increased tenacity and slow resist, but takes increased damage while crowd controlled. As long as Whirlpool damages an enemy, it remains active. Seismos' E is Unending Wave. After charging up the ability, Seismos launches a ball of water at the target location. Enemies hit are marked and take magic damage, and Seismos gains vision and increased movement speed when moving towards them. Charging the ability longer increases the area of effect and the mark's duration. And finally, for Seismos' ultimate, Hurricane. Seismos becomes unstoppable and stationary while channeling this ability. Then, Seismos strikes in a cone, dealing magic damage, rooting enemies, and marking them with Unending Wave's mark. Now, for Seismos' playstyle. Seismos is designed to be a juggernaut with lots of tenacity that can really get into a team and crash down on them. With sustain in team fights from the passive, Stream, and tenacity plus slow resist from W, Whirlpool, Seismos can apply team-wide slows with Q, running, or swimming down anyone in its path. Riptide is designed to be Seismos' main damaging ability, with a slow scaling up to around 50% at max. If Seismos is having trouble catching up to a particularly mobile or long-range champion, hit them with E, Unending Wave, to gain the ability to catch up to them. In teamfights, turn the tide of the fight using R, Hurricane, to guarantee you land some Riptides with your movement speed. However, keep in mind, Seismos takes more damage while tenacity and slow resist is active, so don't go charging in 1v5. You will get evaporated. Now, we're going to go into my evaluation of the champion. Skill floor is how easy the champion is to operate at a base level. Seismos has a relatively straightforward kit, essentially boiling down to land your abilities and run at them, landing a skill floor rating of 1 out of 5. Skill ceiling, on the other hand, is how difficult it is to effectively navigate the champion at the most efficient level. In Seismos' case, effectively utilizing movement and spacing while landing your very telegraphed abilities can take some skill. Other than that, Seismos has no real complex mechanics on the operator's side, resulting in a skill ceiling of 2 out of 5. As for damage, Seismos isn't designed to do damage, but that doesn't mean it is out of the question. Similar to Dr. Mundo or Maokai, Seismos can be a menace if left unchecked. Seismos is designed to have AP scalings on abilities, with certain buffs or nerfs making an AP bruiser build possible in some metas. As for mobility, I gave Seismos a 3 out of 5. Seismos has no direct dashes. However, having increased slow resistant tenacity for a possibly infinite amount of time, plus the ability to move while casting Q, means Seismos can flow around quite easily. However, Seismos is still stationary during E and R, meaning it has to be balanced well. Survivability. Seismos is designed to be a tankier juggernaut with sustain in lane and even more so in teamfights thanks to Seismos' passive. Seismos will likely build items like Frostfire Gauntlet and Turbo Chem Tank to close the gap versus enemies, or possibly Sunfire for a higher DPS option. After all, Seismos is designed to be a tanky juggernaut. As for utility, I gave Seismos a 3 out of 5. Due to the slow and AoE of Q, Riptide, Seismos can apply slows pretty frequently in a fight. Seismos R also has a giant hitbox, setting up teamfight winning plays with a massive root. And well, that was Seismos, a tanky AP juggernaut who can stick to people and deal some satisfying damage in slows. My vision for their ability casts are these really splashy, watery effects, as if there's a wave crashing down on enemies, unlike what a lot of the watery champions like Nami and Fizz have in the game. So, tell me what you think of this champion. Would you play them? Do you think they would be balanced? Let me know your opinions. I love to have feedback. And on one more note, I don't really go much into numbers because that's not really the point of these designs. Lots of times I'll just say a reference, like a 50% slow, 2-second ability duration, etc., just to give you guys like kind of bounds of what the ability numbers would be like. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any concepts you want to see as champions, then let me know.